Welcome to today's episode, my friends, where we solve how to increase the power output to help support all of your buildings, the AIC, the sub packs, all that stuff here as you continue to expand, just like me in the game here. And we're going to leverage our infestation. If you haven't seen the episode already, we show how to unlock this. Thank you for the comments as well on showing how to run through all the way, which was super cool. Regardless though, well, actually through the hub. Regardless though, here today, we're solving this problem right here. As you can see at the top of my screen, that energy output's at 310, we're at 300. I shut off some of the energy so that we can feel the pain right now, and now we're going to resolve that. So thank you for tuning in as always, and welcome to today's episode. If you have questions or comments along the way, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server as well, and I appreciate your support, my friends. All right, so here's the problem. As you continue to expand, you're going to run into these issues right here where you're not having enough energy output. Today, we're going to talk through how to become successful, increase that as well. So the first things first here, what you need to do is go out and make sure that you have the right research here. It comes at basic AIC2. Underneath the power piece right here, as you can see, we have prerequisites. We're needing to unlock this right here, which is that thermal bank, so that we can continue along our way. Now, there are guides on showing how to do this, and right here, you do need to go through this basic AIC plan as well, and finish the thermal bank to unlock it right here. That is going to be a key piece. So make sure that you start the sim, you go through it. That's going to enable you so that you can build this. Now, once you have done that, it's going to talk about how to set it up just like I have done here. I really like the concept where we just dedicate this infestation, as you can see in the map, really to this thermal bank power output. And there are a couple of different tiers to this. So what's going to happen is we'll show it over here. First, what we're going to do is we're going to get this power back up. When you go to F, you can add items. You've got a different multitude of items. Right here is going to be this. We're going to use the orignium ore to start, select that. And what's going to happen is we're going to go from that 310 overage all the way to 350. So that orignium ore, as you're adding it, is going to boost you by 50. So as you can see right here, we've got 3 of them set up. Okay, now what's important on this though is we're going to add another one right here, and we're going to take a little bit of a different look and style at it. So if we go into our stash, you can see I still have 3 of these. If you're looking to build them, here is what you need. You need 10 origi crusts or orgy crusts and amethyst parts right here to make one of these banks. All right, so now we got an extra one. What's going to happen is we're going to go ahead, we're going to place it. What you need to do is, as you can see where everything's coming in, you can flip it around by using that R. Oh, went too far. Right there, and we'll put it right here. And make sure that we have that access. We are within space to get the electricity there. If you have an issue with that, certainly depending on where you're dropping those, you can add in number 3, which is that power piece. You're going to grab your E here, build the train all the way in, essentially the belt, so that you can make that work. All right, now the next thing that we need to do is we need to add in those materials like we did over here. This is a great spot to essentially increase all these pieces for us. And you could potentially split this into 2 and do more there if you wanted to. However, when we look at the thermal bank, you can see what's available in the production. So as you saw here with the cross metals, what we're going to get is that 50. It's 8 seconds to drop that. However, if we move over to a battery, essentially instead of having 4 of these at this level, we're going to get to 220. Same thing as we increase the output here. We get the SC battery, we're at 420. Ultimately, at the end, we got the HC Valley battery that we're going to be able to produce, getting up really, really high in power. And this is where you can optimize some of these things later in the game. However, right now, we do have these batteries available. We got 5,000 of them, so we can really, really increase that productivity. And by doing so, that is what we're going to do here. We're going to switch. We're going to go find those items. We got that battery right there, the LC Valley battery. We're producing those on our way quickly. And then the biggest thing is just making sure on your production lines you're balancing those things out in terms of how fast you're consuming it, And there, with that alone, we've essentially doubled what is available to us. However, at the same time, like I said, just make sure that you don't run out. Obviously here we're packing it in, so we're going to be just fine as we kind of work our way through on our power grids. We can probably swap one more, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And to do that, we're just going to go over here, go to F. We're going to switch item. We can just go deselect real quick and we'll come back to it. I just want to clean this out into our thermal bank. Move it over here. There we go. We're going to see the last ones come in. We'll see that energy level drop as well. So there we go. We can consume that. We'll go back over here one final time, and you can watch my energy output go up. Let's grab our LC battery. There we go. And we are off. 520 is now going to go up much more to 740. So there we have it here today on how to increase that total productivity there, the energy for all of your output, leveraging, as we said here, a setup in our Orignium Science Park at the infra station at our sub pack in order to be successful and absolutely knock this thing out for us here today. So if you ran into a problem, today's episode is yours on how to do that, increase that efficiency. Like we said earlier, depending on the products that you've produced and are putting in here, you're going to be able to upgrade this very significantly all the way up. And right now, it's a great spot to leverage as we continue our build out here in Arknights Endfield. My friends, that is everything that you need to know here to increase your energy output. If you got questions, if you got comments, let us know. I love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your support. Thank you for those likes and those subs, my friends. Smash that button. I truly do appreciate it, and all the other great ways to support the channel. With that, get out there, my friends, and until next time, leverage that Orignium Science Park, increase that productivity and that energy for your entire build out here in Arknights Endfield, and until next time, don't get deleted.